The flight into Quebec City was brief, but stepping out of Jean Lesage International Airport felt like crossing an ocean into another century. The air was crisp, carrying the scent of wood smoke and fresh snow from the Laurentian mountains. Down in Old Quebec, narrow cobblestone streets wound past stone ramparts and historic stone buildings, their copper roofs dusted with a layer of fresh, white snow. The city wasn't about the towering glass of Toronto or the modern coastal rain of Vancouver. It was ancient, quiet, and steeped in European charm and hidden intrigues. I picked up a dark grey executive sedan equipped with winter tyres, perfect for navigating the steep, ice-slicked hills of Upper Town. As midnight approached, my phone vibrated with a priority dispatch notice from a private contact. Pick up Madame Vivienne near the Château Frontenac, route toward Montmorency. I drove up through the historic city gates, the yellow glow of iron street lamps casting long, dancing shadows across the ancient stone walls. Standing near the grand boardwalk of the chateau, overlooking the frozen expanse of the St. Lawrence River below, was Vivienne. She looked as though she had walked straight out of a classic French film. She was in her late 30s, wearing a tailored midnight black wool coat with a high fur collar, her dark hair styled into an elegant low chignon. A pair of leather gloves hugged her slender hands, and her dark, observant eyes held a sharp, calculating intelligence mixed with an undeniable air of quiet rebellion. I pulled up to the curb and stepped out to open the door. The cold night air was instantly broken by the lingering scent of rich, dark chocolate, roasted espresso, and a subtle, seductive trace of French lavender. "Bonsoir, Leo," she said softly, her voice carrying a smooth, captivating French accent as she slid into the front passenger seat. "I was told you are the only driver in the region who values discretion above everything else." "Discretion is my foundation, Vivienne," I replied, closing her door and settling behind the wheel. "Where in Montmorency are we heading?" "Take the long, scenic route along the river," she murmured, pulling off her gloves and leaning her head back against the leather seat. "I'm in no hurry to reach the estate. Tonight, I left a private diplomatic dinner where everyone spoke in whispers and half-truths. I need a break from the theatre." As we descended the steep hills of the historic quarter and merged onto the quiet coastal road running alongside the frozen river, the city lights faded into a soft glow behind us. The cabin of the car was warm, a quiet sanctuary gliding through the snowy Canadian night. "It must be fascinating," Vivienne said, turning her head to study my profile with intense curiosity. "You travel from city to city, picking up people who carry heavy secrets, yet you remain entirely unshakable. What drives a man like you, Leo?" "Simplicity," I answered smoothly, keeping my hands steady on the wheel as soft snowflakes began to dance in the beam of the headlights. People spend their lives building complex traps for themselves. In my car, none of that matters. Here, you're just a person on a journey. A faint, breathtaking smile touched Vivienne's lips. A person on a journey. It has been years since anyone saw me simply as a person, rather than a diplomat's wife, or an asset in a political game. She reached out, her warm, bare fingers lightly touching my wrist. A sharp, electric wave of heat surged through the quiet cabin, cutting right through the winter cold outside. My husband expects me to remain silent and composed, but tonight, Leo, I want to feel something real. I want to know what happens when I break the rules. I turned the sedan off the main road onto a secluded, snow-dusted overlook facing the frozen Montmorency Falls. Towering ice structures glistened under the pale moonlight, completely hidden from the rest of the world. I put the car in park and turned off the engine, leaving only the soft blue, ambient glow of the dashboard. I turned in my seat to face her. The rules don't exist in this car, Vivienne. Without a word, Vivienne unbuckled her seatbelt. Her eyes burned with a dark, fierce desire that completely shattered her polished diplomatic persona. She moved with a fluid, confident grace, climbing over the console and settling onto my lap. Her heavy coat slipped open, revealing a breathtaking burgundy silk gown that clung to every curve of her body. "Show me," she whispered against my neck, her warm breath sending shiver down my spine as her hands tangled firmly in my hair. "Take total command." My hand cupped the back of her neck, pulling her into a hard, possessive kiss that claimed her entirely. Vivienne let out a soft, breathless moan, yielding completely to the strength of my grip. All the restraint, decorum, and silence she had maintained for years dissolved in an instant. I slid my hands down her waist, pulling.